gun-shy, I understand, but I need to confess, I try, but I can't.
Hello, I'm Maya with the Street Level Anime Club, and today I'm here with voice actor Eric Stuart. So how did you get into voice acting?
I was working at a tennis club, and one of the members there owned a recording studio and needed an assistant and offered me a job. And I took the job thinking it was going to be a music studio, but it turned out to be a studio where they produced radio and TV commercials. So I learned all about voiceovers by accident. And then I became an actor by working there so long.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What sorts of commercials did you do?
I was the voice of Planters Peanuts and Priceline, and I've done a lot of radio spots, all sorts of advertising campaigns for many years. I've been a voice actor for about 25 years, so I can't really remember all of them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite role that you've done?
That's tough. My three favorites are Kaiba, Brock, and James. I like the comedy of James. I like the sarcasm of Kaiba, and Brock makes me laugh because he likes girls and doesn't hide that. So I would have to say it's hard to choose between those three. Can I have three favorites instead of one?
I mean, if that's how you feel.
Yeah, I think I have to. I can't really choose between those guys.
All right. I guess if you weren't voice acting, what would you be doing?
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter mostly, as well as a voice actor, so music is really what I do most of the time. But if I didn't do either one of those things, I don't know. I like to work with my hands. I like to build things and stuff like that, so who knows, maybe I'd work in some sort of construction or home improvement kind of thing. I like that.
Oh, cool. So how long have you had this band?
I've been playing music since 8th grade, and I guess I've been a professional musician for close to 30 years. So, yeah.
Wow.
Don't wanna put you in a tight jam. I know he left you in a fine mess. You say you're gun-shy, I understand, but I need to confess,
Do you like any one, like between the music and the voice acting? Do you like one better than the other?
Voice acting is fun. It's a great job to have. That's my job. Music is my soul. So I'm definitely, being a singer-songwriter is my favorite thing. If I had to give up either one of them, I would give up voice acting.
Oh. I don't know. I think a lot of people would be kind of bummed about that.
No, well, I appreciate that. But if you ask me to make a choice between the two, I enjoy voice acting, but if I didn't get a chance to play my music, I think I would be very unhappy.
Oh, fair enough. What kind of advice would you have for like people who weren't sure if they wanted to voice act, like they were trying to get into the industry?
Well, first you should at least get an honest opinion from someone who knows what they're talking about. Whether you audition for someone who truly is a casting director, or maybe someone who's a coach, a voice acting coach, to get an honest opinion of your ability, just so that you have a sense of not just judging your own, oh, I do some great voices, I should be a voice actor. It's all about the acting, it's all about being able to take direction. You don't have to have a million funny voices. I've actually done more work speaking like this than I have doing my funny voices, because it's all back to the core of being an actor. But yeah, I mean, you need to take some classes, learn how to read copy, learn how to take direction, interpret the script. There's many places in many different. You don't have to necessarily be in a major city to find someone who can teach you how to act. But that's what I would say.
That sounds good. Anything else?
So, one question I had was, how is voice acting different from other kinds of acting? Acting on stage, on camera?
Well, for me, as a voice actor, I don't have the ability to use any physical stuff to act. I can't leave pauses in my acting, because if I leave pauses, you'll change the station. A physical stage actor can leave the beats in between the dialogue. And also, as a voice actor, I can be anybody, not what I just look like. So I can play an older man, I can play a woman. As long as I can sound like them, I can play them. Whereas I might have a harder time convincing you of who I am if you saw me on stage and say, oh, he's too young to play that grandfather. Or he's not a Chinese wise man that he's playing in this cartoon. But I can get away with that as a voice actor. So I have a little bit more freedom that way, but I also don't have the ability to take those beats to convince you of things with my physicality. So those are the two big differences for me.
Okay, so I think I understand, but you started off with the acting arts in voice acting, not like on stage.
Right. I don't do on camera and I don't do stage. I mean, I've done plays in school, but that's not my thing. When I'm on stage, I'm a singer-songwriter. I can memorize my songs and I can play my music and entertain you. But I don't, as an actor, I rely on the script. I don't memorize my script. I read it off the page. So if I were a stage actor, I'd have to memorize my script and also be on the stage in my character. That's not really my strong point. That's not what I do.
Okay.
You know? So that's why they're so different to me. And you know, there are actors that are stage actors that can't make the transition to voice acting, and there's voice actors that can't make the transition to stage acting. But for me, that's never been my passion, to be on stage in a show or on film or on television where you see me, unless I'm singing, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. So you're a voice actor, singer-songwriter. Could you take us through a typical day for you?
Sure. Like the other day, I got up, drove to the studio, set up my gear, you know, turned on all my equipment, and recorded 20 pages of an audiobook I'm working on. Then I took a break, had some lunch, came back to the studio, and worked on the new record that I'm mixing, and listened to some of the rough mixes to make sure I didn't want to change anything. My days consist of, I have a lot of stuff to do, but because I'm sort of my own boss, I can sort of pick and choose in what order I do them in, because being a voice actor or even being a singer, my instrument is my voice. It's not like I'm a machine. So if I wake up and I'm feeling my voice is a little scratchy, or I might be congested from my allergies, I might not be able to record first thing in the morning. So I've got to maybe I do some editing. Maybe I edit some of the audiobook I'm working on, because that doesn't require me to talk until my voice clears up and my head clears up. So maybe I save that for the afternoon. So my day is, here's what I've got to get done, and then I've got to figure out how to make it happen so that it all works out. It's not like I've got this at 10, I've got this 11, whatever, because I'm not a machine. So and then I'll plan a show with my band and go play a gig that night. That'll be my day. So my day consists of getting up very early and staying up very late. And my secret to success is a siesta at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for 15 minutes. A power nap is the only thing that I rely on. If I can do that, I can do it. But if I don't get that chance to just close my eyes for a couple of minutes in the middle of the day, somewhere about 8 or 9 o'clock, my face will be on the mixing board and I'll be sleeping and drooling on in the studio.